So where are we going today? What? There's a park in New York? So yeah, what is up, YouTube? KyLeo Adventures is back again. Third park of the year. Third park of our New York trip. So we are checking out Brooklyn, New York City. And we are here at Luna Park in Coney Island. It's a bit of a cloudy day today, so I may not be needing this hat for much longer. Now, Luna Park does have quite the assortment of roller coasters, mainly the OG Cyclone. So excited to ride that with mi amor. So I already bought our wristbands online. I believe we just have to scan the barcodes right up here and get our official wristbands. Alright, so we got our official wristbands. Now, I don't remember how much they cost. I'll have to look that up in a minute. But they are only good for 4 hours. And the lady did say because it's like cloudy and risk of raining that there's like no refunds, but they might possibly reschedule us if it starts raining in the middle of our 4-hour time period. Let's pray they don't close down the rides I came here to ride. Again, we got 8 coasters here at Luna Park. And I feel like I should honestly just name this park Zamperla Park because 7 of those 8 coasters are manufactured by Zamperla. The only exception is the original Cyclone wooden coaster, which is not Zamperla, but every other coaster is. Zamperla, again, is mostly like family style coasters. And as you can kind of see from like the park, it's just a bunch of like carnival type rides and family type rides. First coaster that we're gonna go on, just because it's like close by, it's right here and there's literally no line. It's called the Tickler. First opened in 2010. Like I said, it is a Zamperla. This one's known as a Zamperla Twister 420 Standard. Kind of known as like a wild mouse, and like I've said before in other videos, a wild mouse is the one that like up top it kind of like has those really sharp turns. Based off from like what I'm looking at, it almost looks a little like the Sidewinder Safari from Discovery Kingdom, because it looks like it's got free spinning seats as it goes through this wild mouse track. It only goes 29.1 miles per hour. It is 42.7 feet tall, and it is 1,377.9 feet long. So it should be a fairly quick ride. Again, it just looks like your typical little carnival roller coaster. But here for the coaster credits. Can't remember if I rode it the first time I came to Coney Island, but Leo's definitely never ridden this ride. We'll give it a go. On the Tickler.
It was a little boring, but that sudden drop for us and almost backward. Anyway, that one was fun. The stop, definitely stop, but that was too rough. Like I pinched myself somehow.
Oh,
I hurt.
You gonna get a bruise like me?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
I have to agree, like it's kind of boring for like a wild mouse ride. It's so slow and like it's just kind of like I don't know, I guess if maybe we had more people it would spin more, but it really didn't spin that much, and I don't know, what can you expect? I'm gonna try to go on Minnie Mouse. I don't know if Leo wants to. So Minnie Mouse is the newest addition to Luna Park. For first came here in 2021, although it was relocated from Victorian Gardens, which first opened in 2003 for this ride. There's actually not much information on it. Like, you know, it's not very tall. It doesn't have any speed facts. I have no idea if maybe the ride operator would know. You can always ask him. But it is a Zamperla Minnie Mouse, hence the name. It's like a kiddie version of a Wild Mouse ride. It is a kiddie ride, but as far as I know, their signs say that it's not like we're not allowed to ride it, so we'll see what happens. A kiddie coaster that they let us on with no kids. It was literally just me and Leo in the front row. So the ride operator didn't have any fun facts for us. He's like, oh, you could just look it up online. I'm like, online doesn't have any information. But if I were to guesstimate, its maximum height is probably about 7 or 8 feet. So I'm about 5 feet tall, and that track was only like a little bit more over my head. So between like 6 and 8 feet tall. Can't really gauge the miles per hour, but I'm sure it wasn't that fast. I'd say at most 10, and I think that's being generous. I mean, just do it for the coaster credit. Even the attendant knew, and he was like, all right, coaster credit. He's like, if it wasn't for the credit, I would not ride this ride. And I'm like, me either. So Cyclone, again, did originally open in 1927. So it's 97 years old, almost 100. It was manufactured by a guy named Vernon Keenan. In 1991, it was deemed a historic landmark. Its top speed is 60 miles per hour. It is 75 feet tall. It is 2,850.3 feet long. It says no waiting for the first or last car, so we just gotta go on whatever they tell us. What are your thoughts on Cyclone?
It was pretty fun, super rough in those curves, and also like there was, I don't think it was really fast, but there was kind of like a gravity thing that I was like really held against the seat, like oh I'm gonna, and a little rough, just slightly rough.
But I mean, for a coaster that first opened in like the 20s, 30s, 40s.
It was kind of fun, a lot of drops, like a lot of airtime. I didn't like the weight though.
Before I continue, it has officially started raining. It's no longer just drizzling, so we're gonna see how this affects our schedule. We've only been here an hour, we're supposed to have 3 more hours. But yeah, I have to agree, like I don't really remember the ride that well. It did help that the sides were cushioned though. But yeah, like after the drops and you're going around the curves to turn back around, it was so rough. Like the first time, like I literally got thrown into Leo, like the air time, because you're not seatbelt, it's just like a little lap bar, and the lap bar doesn't even go all the way down to you. So I literally was like, I got like picked up and it was like, ugh, right into Leo. And most of the time it was him into me, because they always say let the smaller person in first. And we kind of could see why from there. But I mean, again, for the age of it, I think it still actually runs really well. It wasn't like, you know, the drops, they actually weren't rough at all like I've experienced other wooden coasters. It's just those turns, you're going through them so fast that you just literally get thrown into each other. So now the park looks like it's freaking dead because of the rain. And I see they're already putting up like stanchions in front of some of the rides. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So our next coaster, since it looks like it's still open in this rain, is called Circus Coaster. Circus Coaster is a Zamperla speedy coaster. It is the kiddie ride. Goes 18.6 miles per hour. It's 29.5 feet tall and 574.2 feet long. First opened in 2010. Kiddie coaster. What do you think about it?
Oh, that one didn't feel like a kiddie coaster. It was a little lame, but it was fast at some point. Hurt my back a little bit. But yeah, it was a little intense for a kiddie coaster. If you didn't tell me it was a kiddie coaster, I would have not guessed it was a kiddie coaster. Just a lame, short roller coaster.
Like, you can just see the fog rolling and you can't even see the top really of that tower. But gonna see, looks like some of their coasters are still running though, so we're gonna see if we can hit those up or not. Regarding Circus Coaster, for a kiddie ride, like Leo said, it really wasn't that bad. The Helix was pretty fun towards the end because it got real fast and we're like, woo! And mostly just doing it for the coaster creds. And according to the guys, Steeplechase had a problem yesterday, so the ride is down until they've got the green light for it to be up and running again. So as of right now, it's a lost credit because I don't think it'll be reopened in the next 2 hours and 45 minutes. But we are going to be going on Soarin' Eagle. Soarin' Eagle did first open in 2011. It is known as a Volair 391. It was relocated from Elish Gardens, and that ride first opened in 2002 over there. Like I said, it is a flying coaster, and this one has 2 Heartline rolls. A Heartline roll is essentially kind of like a corkscrew, but it kind of rotates around your heart line, like the chest level, and it stays consistent right there as it rolls, and you're able to feel G-forces that way. It goes 25.7 miles per hour. It is 50 feet tall. It is 1,282.8 feet long. Okay, what are your thoughts on Soarin' Eagle, Lovey?
That was something totally new for me. Like the position.
A flying coaster?
Yeah.
Did you like it though?
I mean, I liked it. Just made me slightly nervous. The position was a little uncomfortable on my leg because I was trying to hold on to something, especially when we did the spins. That spins made me a little nervous, but yeah, overall it was pretty cool. I like it. It was like literally like flying. And if you're sitting on the outside, you felt like you were going to hit the walls or something.
I haven't ridden in like old school flying coaster in forever. Some of it actually kind of hurt my shoulders a bit because the way the restraints were laying on them. Other than that, it was pretty comfortable. So Thunderbolt did first open here in 2014, so it just celebrated its 10th birthday. It's known as a Zamperla Thunderbolt 681. It does have a total of 4 inversions: a vertical loop, a 0G roll, a dive loop, and a corkscrew. Its top speed is 55.9 miles per hour, although they will just say probably 56. It is 114.8 feet tall with a 90-degree drop, and it is 2,234.3 feet long. What were your thoughts on Thunderbolt?
That was very fun. Like a lot of turns and loops, and I'm glad I was a staple. Like literally, the platform is really flat, and they squish your legs. It was uncomfortable at first, but then I understood because of all the things. That was really fun. I would go again.
Yeah, for me, I probably might not ride it again because, like Leo said, we got stapled in, and with my thick thighs, they were a little squished, and there were a couple airtime hills, and even as like with the inversions, I literally felt that thing like dig into my thighs, like my body wanted to come out, but that thing was like keeping me in. I was like, I'm gonna lose my legs, man. But I mean, like you said, it was fun. It's probably one of the best rides here at Luna Park. But I don't know, I might need to wait a minute before I go back on that thing. So now our next ride is Tony's Express. Tony's Express is known as a Junior 400M combo, which is basically junior means kiddie ride. It does go 26.1 miles per hour. It is 49.9 feet tall and 1,312.3 feet long. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of these coasters seem to be like 0.3 or point something feet. Like they're really making sure they make every inch count in these statistics. Or maybe that's just a Zamperla thing. Who knows? Coney's Express. What are your thoughts?
Not intense at all, but it was a nice ride. Like really chill. You got some speed, but yeah, it wasn't like nothing extreme. So if you want like a break of all the intense rides, but you still want to continue, this is a nice ride.
Yeah, I do think it was a nice little family ride. Like you said, not too intense, but the like semi-helixes were pretty nice. That's all of the coasters besides Steeplechase, so that with our wristband we can go on any of the other rides as well, do re-rides.
We're in 8. We got the Thunderbolt, we got Coney, we got the Soaring Eagle,
we got Cyclone, we got the Minnie Mouse, the Tickler, the Circus Coaster, and we're missing Steeplechase because it's closed.
What Circus Coaster?
Circus Coaster, that was that one with the red one that had the helix.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, it was quick. So if we're looking at the time right now, it says 1:43. We've only been here half the time, and we've pretty much finished all the coasters that are open. Hoping maybe, fingers crossed, in the next 2 hours Steeplechase opens. I don't have much hope, but it would be lovely if it does.
How are people getting Charmanders?
timing a bit wrong. We actually got our wristbands, what'd you say, like 12:28?
Yeah, 12:28.
And we finished riding the last open coaster at 1:45-ish. So just over an hour, we were able to complete all the coasters in the park. Maybe it's because it's rainy. Maybe Luna Park just isn't as popular as I remember. Do you have any thoughts about this boardwalk park?
I like the view, obviously. It's a little, I mean, the weather makes it look a little grimmer, and as you mentioned, there's not many people as I thought there would be. So it makes it look a little dead. But, I mean, it looks like a carnival park and stuff, so it's a nice place to hang out. And I think you can hang out with other things, right? This is just for the rides, right?
Yes, you can walk around.
Yeah, it's a nice place to hang out.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I am just a little still disappointed that Steeplechase is closed. Because from what I can remember, that was one of the better rides at this park. It was another type of moto coaster, like we did at Darien Lake. Other than that, I mean, like, yeah, it's fun. You might just want to pay for ride by ride though, instead of the unlimited wristbands, depending on like what you're doing throughout the day. I think since Leo and I hit every single coaster, our wristband paid for itself, and you know, we can do re-rides. So again, the wristband gets you the 4 hours of unlimited rides, and on a day like this where there's no lines for these rides because it's raining, it's pretty nice. Again, we got our stuff done in an hour. I'd have to say my top 3 coasters at this park would be Thunderbolt. Then I would go Cyclone, despite how rough those turns were. And then I'll give it to Soarin' Eagle. I know it's a little rough on the shoulders, but it's still, for the type of ride it is, I like to think it's pretty fun. So those are my top 3.
Yeah, I think I don't know the order yet. I gotta think about it, but I liked Cyclone. Thunderbolt was the one that we were pinned, right?
Yes.
Right, I love that one too. And the Soaring Eagle, because it was new for me, like a different type of ride, and exciting to be kind of like, how you call it, like the Superman stuff. Head first.
So thinking of like, again, all the parks we've been to, and I guess if you were to compare this to like a boardwalk park like Santa Cruz, what would you rate it, Libby?
I will give it a little lower score than the other ones. I don't know, maybe because it feels a little emptier, or like there's so much variety. Well, I don't know about the variety though, because the rides are kind of different to each other, but I don't know, it felt short. You know, like we were done in 1 hour, right?
All the coasters, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be mean, I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna also give it a 6, because I mean, if I were comparing it to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, Santa Cruz, we took a lot longer, but that's because, you know, the lines were longer. So like Leo said, this place is really not crowded. The lines are extremely short. Most of the rides are walk-ons. And like, I don't know if it's because today is just so cloudy and gloomy. I'm just like, I'm not really like feeling the park today.
Yeah, same. That's why.
So I might be generous to give it like a 6.5, but nah, that's pretty low on my personal scale. I'd give it a 6. Did you finally have a ranking order for those 3 coasters?
Yeah. Okay, I can say Thunderbolt first, Cyclone second, and Soaring Eagle third.
Alright, that's some pretty good rankings.
Yeah, I mean, Cyclone is very old. I mean, it was extremely fun of how fast it is and stuff. Still hurts a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this one was awesome too. So I give it I give it a little extra point to this one.
Well, that is going to be the end of our New York coaster vlogs. Tune in very soon for our Southern California theme parks, and we will see you on our next adventure.